hair all over the place, and no shoes on. Real talk. Just cause you ain't know. What's up, True Team? It's your girl, Mickey Truth. ST's #1 urban blog and the queen of paperwork. And this video, we're actually doing a reaction to an interview. Artist here in South Carolina that we have talked about before. It seems like got his momentum coming back. And hey, he in the studio, he dropping visual. He goes by the name Deezy McDuffie. If you recall, we just dropped a snippet of his song as a featured artist in one of my videos a few days ago. So in this video, we're going to react to his interview with From the Trenches. Let's get into it.
We have Mickey Truth.
Who is this? You got Mickey Truth kicked out.
Shout out Mickey.
Let's get one thing clear. This your girl, Mickey Truth.
McDuffie, Big Mob, Back From the Trenches.
All right, so Deezy, man, describe yourself as a kid. Like, what was life like for like little Deezy?
Like growing up, well, I grew up on McDuffie and McDuffie area, McDuffie script. You know, I was at the street. I'm from the Gardens. That's the project around my way. I was at the Gardens, so you know that's like. That was one of the roughest projects to grow up in. You know what I'm saying? So.
Side note, let me tell you about that. Okay, and shout out to Mac 11 because I just completed an interview with Mac 11, which is another artist from South Carolina, and he's from Gonzalez Gardens.
The Tiger.
Oh, okay. Now you already know I'm gonna get in your business.
Crazy part about it, my aunt stayed in X9. I remember that address forever. Okay, X9 when I was a kid. I remember the girl next to my aunt name was Bacha Bay. Yes, that was her name. I wonder what she up to these days. I ain't seen her since we was children, but I always remember her name. But boy, the Gardens, as a kid, I'm gonna be honest, probably me as an adult now, I wouldn't want to be in hanging out in no gardens. But as a kid, it was lit. I learned how to drive on McDuffie, okay? And rest in peace. Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name to save my life. But he died a few years ago, and I'll never forget. I had my uncle car, and I had to went into that ditch. And boy, he came and got me out that ditch. And was like, "Girl, take your ass, your little butt home." And I later on found out he was kin to somebody I knew. But anyway, rest in peace to him. I just cannot think of his name right now. But yeah, the Gardens was lit. Okay, I used to be out there with a nappy hair all over the place, and no shoes on. Real talk. Just cause you ain't know. But yeah. And I brought up my aunt's apartment because my aunt's apartment was literally right there at the end of the road, and McDuffie is right there. Just to let you know. Yeah. Crazy.
So we lived over there with my grandma and shit. Me and my mom and my daddy were locked up, so we lived with granny and shit. So we was living over there with growing up, you know. I ain't never wanted for nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? Cause our family's always full of hustlers and shit, so I ain't never really wanted for nothing. But I was always on the wild side, you know what I'm saying? I was always on the wild side, so I was always getting the shit, doing shit like that. But other than that, it was good though, you know what I'm saying? It was straight, goddamn. It was good. I ain't got no complaint.
All right, so explain your name. Like, how did you get it?
Deezy McDuffie, okay. I started out my name Don, so they started out calling me Lil Don. That's why I used to go around, you know what I'm saying? So even when I first started rapping, it was like middle school. They were still calling me Lil Don because I had a popular name. I was kind of popular, so. But then, like, I wanted to rap, so I switched it up to Deezy. So once I started calling myself Lil Deezy, then boom, boom, I got a couple songs, got a little traction. One of my older homies, Armor G, he from the river. He got a hold of it and shit. He had liked it. He was fucking with the music heavy at the time, so he hit me up. And when he hit me up, he wanted to fuck with the music. So after a while, he was like, man, listen, because his whole movement, he's from the riverside. So, you know what I'm saying? His whole movement was based off the river, you know what I'm saying? But the riverside movement was really as a whole. But since I wasn't from that side, he said, hey, bro, you should call yourself Deezy McDuffie because that's where I'm from. So the McDuffie, it ain't my last name. It's actually my street. So bro told me to run with the Deezy McDuffie. I used it. It clicked on and shit. I just ran with that motherfucker. Shit took off. A lot of people think that's my last name, but that's actually discreet, you know what I'm saying?
I'll be honest now. Who thought that was your last name? Cause I'm gonna be real. Deezy McDuffie definitely had a name in the streets before rap. Okay. I remember back in the day when he had long dreads. Okay. Hey, he may not have known you, but you definitely hadn't heard about him. Okay. Yeah, we gonna go on the interview, but yeah, I remember the long dread Deezy McDuffie for sure. Never thought McDuffie was your last name though.
You ever like go back to your old hood and look at how it done changed?
Oh yeah, I always go back. Hey, what's so crazy though? Like, you know, I done did some time, you know what I'm saying? So like while I was in jail, like you dream a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So in jail, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, some time is an understatement. Okay. His ass been in jail all the time. Okay. I think he on the ankle monitor. Oh, it's right there. He on the ankle monitor right now.
About being free in jail, like, I guess because you ain't seeing things, you ain't doing things, you dream a lot. But all my dreams were in the garden, even though they done tore it down. Now they tore it down around like, I came home in 2017, so 18, around like 17, 18, we shot that Bloody Moves. I shot a video called Bloody Move. I don't know if you was out there, you might have been a part of it, I can't remember.
I think KP shot that one.
Yeah, KP shot that one. So that was around 2018, they closed it down, but even after they closed it down, I still had a lot of dreams about it. But actually now I'm always over that way. Recently, they just built some new houses out there. And recently, one of my little homegirls had a spot out there. And that was my little dated little spot. But that motherfucker look luxury now. I ain't gonna need to lie, that motherfucker look, that's some shit a nigga can actually live in.
I ain't gonna lie. It look totally different over there. Churches ain't over there no more. I don't even think the Bojangles up. Is that little store? Now that I think about that little store that was at what road is that? Is that Forest Drive? That little store, is that still a store? I ain't been over there, like really been over there in a long time, but I done rolled past and saw, you know, how it look a little different. It's over there by Benedict College. For those who not familiar with the area, but it definitely look different.
And you know what I'm saying? They actually building the community up. They done tore down a whole bunch of the old houses. They tore down the project. So it's like kind of all new. That's why it'd be crazy going through, like, when you go down there, like, damn, but like, you know, it's white people living out there, it's Airbnbs out there now, people come out of town and they go into Airbnb on McDuffie. They don't even know what McDuffie is. Like, McDuffie was the infamous street for Bloods, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of where it was originated down here in South Carolina. McDuffie Street, Gonzalo Guard. That's where the first Bloods was like, kind of like originated. So, like, yeah, it was really a rough side time. Now you go over there, shit.
I didn't know that's where it started from, but it definitely was heavy. Okay, real heavy for sure. But like I said, as a kid, you just having fun. It like, speaking of, like, it's been so long since I really thought about the gardens. Yo, who was the girl that got beat down and got killed out there, hit her head or something out there? Dang, so many memories starting to come back. I remember like the girls jumped on some girl out there, she hit her head and she ended up dying right there on the sidewalk. Like, that jump was crazy. But like I said, as a kid, you don't even understand. Cause I'm talking about when my aunt stayed out there, I was like between like 7 and 9, because my aunt actually used to stay in Henley Homes. They told them down. She moved out to the gardens. So I had to be like 7 or 9. I had to just really move down here from Detroit. So yeah, like this, like flooding so many memories. I ain't really thought about the gardens in a long time though.
It's got down, it's big houses, you know what I'm saying? It's still some of the old houses, but actually, me being over there, you know what I'm saying, I kind of want to get one of those houses, you know what I'm saying, like, and eventually move forward and buy all of them, you know what I'm saying? That's one of my goals, to buy all the houses on McDuffie, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I always go over there. It's looking good now, you know what I'm saying?
So what began like your interest in music?
I would say growing up, my pops, man, I had my pops, so I was always my pop. He had this Mustang, the 5.0, and he had the speakers in that motherfucking shit. Then he had these big ass goddamn, what them shits was? Chevy, the big one, not the Yukon, the Suburban. And he always had them speakers. He used to always play music. That's when Manifest and all that was up. You know, when the tapes dropped. Mm-hmm. Even we had the Chinese store GQ. We used to go buy the little tapes, you know what I'm saying? The tapes from the shit, the bootleg tape. So shit, Pops used to always, every new drop, and I think it was a certain day back then that album dropped, like a Tuesday or Thursday or something. Back then it was like, it was a certain day that albums dropped. He used to go through it and just buy all the album, even though it was up north music. Like, so I didn't listen to every type of music, like from Jay-Z and Dipset and all them boys down to the South, then the West Coast. He used to buy everything, so he was in that music. He was in that pop heavy, so that's like pop, one of my favorites, you know what I'm saying? So she really fucking with Pops, man. Him got down being hip with that music. Me always riding with him. He got down, and I'm taking that shit in. And then the shit, it started being a way for me to express myself and shit. So that's when I was like, man, shit, when Lil Wayne them came out, they was young.
So that was your influence to rap?
That was my influence to rap, you know what I'm saying? Especially when I seen the Hot Boys and shit, you know, them boys, you can tell them boys doing that shit, like, oh yeah, we can do this shit for real. And my daddy and them, my uncle, rest in peace, Easy, you know what I'm saying? They had like one of the first records they were running called Barnyard Record. That was like the first shit when niggas like doing like shit with the music and shit, goddamn. My pops used to have little artists coming around and shit. I clicked on like that.
Where the hell this interview at? I heard, look, that no, I'm like, hold on, it's a car speeding up. Let me tell you, they got to be in the hood some way. Cause you see my eyes lit up like, hold on, what that car doing? Cause I was already looking at what is all that right now? Like, where, I don't know where yet. Look like they doing some construction or something on the house. But hey, that just had me look up out my phone like, hold on, who's speeding up over there?
So what was some of your mainstream influences coming up?
Shit, I would say Tupac, and like you say, next off the Hot Boy. The Hot Boy was a major influence. Then Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Then Wayne took off by himself. Like, that was a major influence right there. I would say Pop and the Hot Boy. Master P number 2, No Limit 2, because they started that music. I would say that too, Master P number, but really, at Tupac and got down the Hot Boy. The Hot Boys was a major part though. Where that's why my style probably kind of like how it is now.
What about locally?
Locally, I ain't gonna lie. I grew up, I would listen to that Jelly Tight, TD, Deuce and them. Them boys were tough, you know what I'm saying? Shout out TD Dine. Boy, I ain't gonna lie, boy, I used to ride that TD and that Super Dude, that bit was so hard. And a couple niggas out Grange Street, like them boy had some shit back in the day for real. Like, I would say them boy. Yeah.
All right, so as kids, you know, we all start out innocent.
Mm-hmm.
What you think flipped that switch inside you?
What flipped the switch? I would say, see, I was always like I was the middle child, so I was always kind of like a bad kid. But like I say, growing up where I'm from and what's going on, my older cousins, you know, I'm watching them, and they done jump, like they gang banging, they blood, like this something new, you know what I'm saying? They going hard about it and they popular, you know what I'm saying? They like real popular, like they the ones. So, you know, I'm just catching on that shit and just feeling love with the lifestyle. Just start saying goddamn fucking and just jumping out there. So I would say that was the influence, like, you know, being around like your environment, like it was no, like, I ain't gonna say it wasn't no choice, but that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, you really gonna be with it, cause these is your people, these is your homeboy, like this is what we know, this is what we learned, you know what I'm saying? So it really wasn't no way around it, you know what I'm saying?
So do you think going to prison has hurt your relationship with your kids?
I wouldn't say no. That's one thing. My relationship with my kid, prison ain't never, because while I'm there, I always focused on them, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm hustling and making my little money, and I'm on the phone with them, I'm still building with them, you know, I'm still controlling traffic from behind there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my baby mama, cause she, even all along, you know what I'm saying, they keep me in contact, they let me talk to them, they let me control the room, and you know, I'm having money so I can do things, and it's like a child, you know, like the major things, I'm doing all the major shit too, you know what I'm saying? So from behind the wall, the most expensive shit or whatever they want, they really want, you know, the child ever something, I'm getting it, you know what I'm saying? So that's helping me out, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because my 2 bids, I did 2 bids, actually 3, but both of those bids, my last 2 daughters, they were actually born while I was in prison. But what's so crazy about it, those 2, so like I went, when they was born, I went like 3 years with both of them without ever seeing them in person. I done seen them like.
Damn, these are why they keep going to the jail then. Jesus. Nah, I'm glad he found a way to make it work for him, but being a child of incarcerated parents, both my parents in our jail, it's gonna have some effect on the kids in some way eventually. But hopefully, look, it don't. Hopefully, what he was able to do makes sense for them and it don't leave no lasting impression on them. But Deezy, stay your ass out of jail, baby, because what?
Like, when I got to prison and got to the yard, they came to visit me a couple times, you know what I'm saying? But I'm all the way in Kentucky. And then the other place I was at, like, I couldn't even really get visits like that first visit. So, but when I first seen them, like you wouldn't even think I was ever even away. Like that shit was crazy. Like, and they the ones who like, they got a close bond with, like, they love me to death. I come home, one of my last daughter, like, I used to come see her. She didn't even want me to leave out the house. She grabbed my leg, hugging my leg. Mind you, she never seen me in person for 3 whole years. I came home, she owned it like that. You know what I'm saying? So nah, it ain't hurt.
I ain't gonna lie. Hearing him talk about being a father hits different. Cause boy, this was before I really was transitioning more into local content. Cause boy, he had a messy situation just some months ago. And I think it's part of the reason why he on that ankle monitor, right? I'm talking about he had all the chicks gone wild, but just to hear it now, I'm like, boy, why are you trying to get Lord, listen. And to each his own, but from hearing him talk about being a father just make you feel like he want to be on the straight and narrow, right? I wouldn't even thought this the same person from just a couple months ago getting into it with the girl with the cars. I wonder if I still got the recordings. I have to find out. But anyway, let's continue.
All right, so you got a son now, right?
Mm-hmm. Actually, I got 2.
You got 2 sons.
Yeah.
So would you want both of your sons to like follow in your footsteps?
No, I wouldn't want to follow my footsteps.
Like how do you avoid things like that happening?
Like,
because like being in their life, they look up to you.
Yeah.
So how do you avoid keeping them from following in your footsteps?
See, that's a hard one, right? Because you gotta understand, like, South Carolina as a whole, I'm on kind of like a major faction, especially like with the music and shit, like, and like a lot of people look up to me. A lot of people like, so, the kids, like they around these kids, your daddy this, your daddy that. So, they taking that in. So, and they looking up to me, they love me to death. So of course they gonna want to follow my footsteps, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a hard situation because you had to tell them, like, you know what I'm saying, like, this ain't what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of shit I experienced, I wouldn't want y'all to experience or go through, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I wouldn't want them to follow my footsteps, but I done had run-ins with that, because like you say, some of my son, like my son's name, and that's crazy now, because both of their nicknames after me, like, my oldest son, his nickname Lil Deezy. my second son up under him, his nickname Lil Mac, but you know what I'm saying? And they actually called him, and like, it's stuck, like, by being around, like, people calling, hey, that's Lil Deezy, that's Lil Mac, but shit, they running straight with it, you know what I'm saying? So even when I was in jail one time, locked up, my son getting older, so he been around now, like, I hear shit like, oh boy, you're bored, and I'm like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, then it's like, damn, like, he only looking up to me, but you know what I'm saying? So I'm mad, I'm screaming on him, letting them know, but it's like, it's a hard situation. You feel me? But shit, I'm guiding him towards do the right thing. He learning from one arm, learning from a couple of his mistakes. So, and from me talking to him and letting him know what it is, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get through it.
Yeah, I feel like me personally, I feel like you give them a reality check early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it.
Yep, reality check. Definitely certain situations, you gotta let them, like, and like, I'm kind of tough on them, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't be with all, hey, smoking and, you know, growing up. Nowadays, these kids younger, but they smoking the vapes and like they smoking. So I'm like, no, we ain't doing none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's no reason to do it. You know what I'm saying? And you might think it don't affect you now, but like smoking, it affect you in the long run. Because now you're using the drug. You might want to, you know what I'm saying? So I try to get him in the.
I ain't gonna lie, even though he a grown ass man, the irony of him saying that with a black mile in his hand is wild. Okay, but he's grown, but it's just the irony in that.
Right thing, let him know what's right and wrong. Cause that jail shit ain't for nobody. And you know what I'm saying? I let him know, like, you seen how you missed me and I wasn't there and I was gone. And I'm going somewhere like by myself. Miles away by myself. I'm by myself. Like, you don't want to go through that. Trust me.
I feel like you went viral and had a hit record.
Yeah.
So out of those two, which would you prefer, like going viral or having a hit record?
I would say the hit record. That hit record last, but it's like a clash. Cause like going viral, no matter what, if it's bad or nowadays, it don't give a fuck if it's bad or good. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of always a plus. It's a plus nowadays. So a motherfucker might be the jump in there, got embarrassed like a motherfucker. But that thing, you know, they done flip the switch on that bitch and now they getting all the attention.
Yeah, it don't going viral don't bring you no money all the time. You got to make bring money. So I would definitely say a hit because that's gonna bring you money. However, if you go viral and then you put out a record in this hit, it makes sense. So it just depends to me. That's my opinion.
They, you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of shifting a little bit. I'd say it's kind of shifting a little bit. But I say that hit song lasts forever. You know what I'm saying? Cause like right now, like you said, that hit song, like that shit still trending. That shit still popping. No matter how long time to pass, that shit still getting played in the clubs, all that. So yeah, I would say that hit. You gotta have that hit record.
Do you ever wish you weren't Deezy McDuffie?
Nah, I ain't never wish that. I love being me, I ain't gonna lie. I love being me. It come with a lot of pluses and nothing I went through I wouldn't change, though, I would say. Nothing I went through I wouldn't change, cause that's what, like even in the song I sung Love Kid, like that's what made me me, that's what made me who I am. So like that was my lessons, it wasn't nothing I changed, even the bad shit I went through, I wouldn't change, you know what I'm saying? Cause that helped me be me, they helped me build character and build who I am, you know what I'm saying? Like, so shit, being me goddamn mean a lot to me, you know what I'm saying? Cause shit, that shit come from scratch. Sometimes I be wondering like, damn, how the fuck I did this shit? Like, you feel me?
Mm-hmm. Do you ever see yourself getting married?
Yeah. I see myself get married. I want to get married. Most definitely, you got to settle down, you know what I'm saying? You got to settle down and keep back. The lifestyle, though, boy, the lifestyle hard on it, boy. Like you say, especially with the name, it's hard. But once you take that, like I would say, you got to be all the way ready. I'm going to be ready. I do want to get married, but if I'm going to get married, I'm going to do it for a reason. So I'm going to get married, basically you doing that shit to cut off everything else, you know what I'm saying? And focus on this. So yeah, I want to do that, you know what I'm saying? Cause
he said, yeah, just not today. He ain't trying to cut off day. But one day, he plans to cut it off, ladies.
Does raising little girls change your perspective on women?
boy, raising little girls, boy, oh Lord, I got 4, boy. When I tell you, boy, they all on my head too. I talk about, you know, they make you soft, boy, and they know it. They know it, like, damn, you D-boying me, like, the daughter's gonna D-boy you on some gangsters, like, for real, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm known for aggressive and roughness and all this, so it's like, but they looking at me like, nigga, you soft, you ain't doing nothing, you ain't doing nothing, you feel me? Yeah. You ain't doing nothing, so I cherish them girls, though, I love them girls, I ain't gonna lie, but so, I think, answering your question, I think it kind of does, you know what I'm saying? Cause like, you start noticing shit then the first time you hear, you don't want your daughter doing this, or you don't want to do this to, you don't want nobody to do this to your daughter, you don't want nobody So see, it does change the perspective, I say. You know what I'm saying? Because you get a soft spot. Once you got them girls, especially I got 4. So that's 4 soft spots. So that shit builds. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Then my daughter love me to death. So that shit different. That daughter love, you know what I'm saying? Like, boy, nigga, we feel like shit, nobody else don't love me, boy. I know my daughter do, you feel me? So see, it do change perspective. It make you more respect. I think it make you cherish women more and respect them more.
Baby, what? Why the cars going past me now? No, I be looking like
You feel me?
Let's talk about 2 of your biggest records, right? Yay Long and WLTX.
Yeah.
Let's start with Yay Long. Like, how did that?
Hey, that was a pretty good interview. I'm gonna be honest. When it said from the trenches, I thought they was gonna get into the nitty gritty, but however, hey, it definitely shined a light on a different angle of Deezy McDuffie, because he's known to be a drill artist, a game banging drill artist at that. Ain't no secret today. He says it in his music. So to see him like really just talking about being a father, getting married, things like that is definitely different. I ain't gonna lie. But I mean, personally, I would have wanted to hear some of the questions. Like, yeah, okay. So, you know, but I mean, maybe one day I might interview. I don't know. So I'll keep my questions to myself. But hey, y'all make sure y'all tap the link in the description to go watch the full interview with Deezy McDuffie from the trenches, okay? And I honestly saw another interview they did with Cusco the Food that I'm going to react to, and I'm going to drop it later on. So like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend, to pull up on your girl, Mickey Truth. Catch y'all on the next one.
Holla.
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like
I'm trying to conquer the world, coming from where I come from. Hey, this your girl, Mickey Truth, #1 blogger in South Carolina. Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot, because my slots be filling up fast. Come join the Truth Team on Patreon. All documents that I use for my content is available to the members. So y'all come tap in with the Truth Team on Patreon. What's up, Truth Team? I am here, okay? Back to get a touch of love. Yes, I'm at Touch of Love Massage Shop, okay? Now listen, I've been getting my massages through Touch of Love for years, even before it was a shop to come to. But let me show you around. And then I got to get ready because I'm feeling a little tense. And let me tell you, if you work in like call centers, streamers, YouTubers, sitting at that desk all the time, you definitely need to be tapping in to get your massage. So let's take a tour. So it was located in a nice business building. The suite was set up real comfortably. It was like to the back, and the candles was burning. The aromatherapy was definitely there. Okay, so I had to get undressed, and I'm like, yo, I gotta get all the way undressed. But anyway, like I said, being getting massages, Nakia is awesome at what she does, and let me tell y'all, them hands are blessed, okay? I got the full body massage, including, okay, the hot stones. And when I say that hour went so fast, I even went to sleep. And I always go to sleep during massage for some reason. But yeah, definitely needed that, because y'all know I had a night ahead of me, okay?
Guys, I'm Nakia. I am the owner-operator of Touch of Love Massage Services. I always start with people. I start with the information of what massage is. So massage is the manipulation of muscles. Exercise is the manipulation of muscles. The only difference is we are manually using our hands to do those activities. So a lot of people look at massage as a luxury when really it's a health necessity. So I'm more on the medical side of things. So if you're experiencing any pain of any sort, muscles is 90% of pain, so I would recommend you to come and get a massage.
How can they follow you?
I do have my business page, Touch of Love Massage Services, on Instagram. I have Touch of Love Massage Services on Facebook. And if you want to set an appointment with me, you can look me up on Setmore. It's an app platform online where you can book appointments.
Hey, there you have it. And y'all, I feel like a new woman, but now it's time to parties. I'll catch y'all on the next one.